Alright guys, this is Chris from Triforce Auto Parts and Accessories. I'm sitting here in my 98 Mustang GT. This is my project car, and as you can see, I just got this new scanner in. It's the CRP123, the C Reader Professional from launch, and it's actually a decent scanner. I was a little skeptical at first due to the fact that of some reviews that I have read on it, but I have to say that as of right now, I did run it and it seems to be a good scanner. We're going to take you through some of the codes. We're going to go to the onboard diagnostic. We'll let that load up, and as you can tell, it gives you, sorry about the light everybody, but it gives you a mil status, your DTCs in the CCU, data stream. It gives you everything you need for this particular year, make and model. It does do the higher years. Obviously, this is the 2024 edition. I did happen to get this off of eBay. I did not get this off of launch itself. I did not see this particular model on their website anymore. eBay was the only place that I could find it, and it was actually part of a gift that my girlfriend had found for me, and I happened to get it. This is going to be excellent for anybody who has a small business. As of myself, this would be perfect for somebody. We're going to take you back, and we're going to tell you what she has in it. So read codes. You have the erase codes, IM readiness, data stream, freeze frame, O2 sensor test, onboard monitoring, evap system test, and vehicle information. Now, unfortunately, with these vehicles, it's not supported due to the fact of these computers just don't support the VIN numbers, calibration identification, and verification numbers. They will just tool the vehicles. The newer vehicles obviously will have it. The evap system test, again, it's not supported. Onboard monitoring is supported. All of these are supported. The one thing that I like is when you read your codes, this is the code that I have coming up because I did disconnect my coolant temperature sensor to run a analog gauge. I didn't like the gauge that was on the dash, so I'm running an analog gauge, and I disconnected the temperature sensor due to that fact. I also disconnected the fans as well. I wasn't liking how they were turning on at the temperature they were turning on, so I disconnected them to run automatically. As soon as I start the car, about 5 seconds after I start it, the fans turn on, so they constantly run all the time. That will be changed in the near future. As we go, we can go into a data stream. You can view all the items. This thing will give you everything that it can. I'm not going to go through each one. It's got a lot. But you can select any item you want. You can view graph items. What I like is the fact of where my RPMs sit on here. They were sitting a little high last night, so I adjusted it. I do have a 78mm throttle body from BBK, so I am able to adjust my throttle position, and I adjusted it last night. So right now I'm sitting around about the high sixes to about 750 RPM. It says winter time, so I did adjust it to go a little lower. She was running a bit high for my taste for winter. In summer, I adjusted a little higher for my AC. Every time I run the AC, RPMs drop a little lower Could be the compressor might be bad, which will be changed. Let's give you a little bit more on what this has. We'll get out of this. What I like is this scan. This scan here, it gives you a very, very big selective options of cars. Ford in Australia. For me, I like it because it gives you a Europe Fords, Audis, Acura, Chrysler, Benz, Fiat. It's got a bunch of different makes and models. So obviously we'll go to Ford USA because that's where I am. And you click on the automatic search. This will tell you if you have any problems that you should contact support. Hit the local office and give them an ID number. I don't have any problems. So you can either manually select or you can automatically select. Either way is fine. It'll just automatically select everything the car has that it can read, and it will go through. Now it does do a test, as you're going to see, and it will take your RPMs and everything. I have a bigger system that I bought about 8 years ago. It does a very, very good job. It was from a company called AutoTap. It was a very, very good job. Nobody has sponsored me in this video. Launch has not sponsored me. AutoTap doesn't sponsor, but they did a very good job. Their program is extensive, but it doesn't do everything that you think it would do. I do have a problem with my anti-lock braking system. My ABS light is on in the car, so when I adjust, I'm going to read for the fault code, and it'll say key on, engine off. My engine is running because I am sitting in the car at the moment, due to the fact that I do have an IAC issue. But here you see where my left rear wheel speed sensor is no good. So I have a speed sensor issue, and I do have the anti-lock braking system is no good. Now, I couldn't tell this with my other scanner. So this one, it already gave me a great thing right off the jump. But one other thing that I do like about this is it does give you the integrated airbag module and your powertrain control module. So when you click on this, it's going to automatically, so let's see, so read fault data and engine on, key off. We're going to do it with engine on, running, and the RPM gauges will automatically go. Again, my other machine did not do this. This will give you everything you need on your scanner. Sorry for the back and forth. I don't have another camera. I'm actually using my cell phone on this. I wasn't planning on making a video, but I wanted to show everybody what this can actually do. If you're looking for something that's not expensive, they do have this on eBay. This was not expensive at all. I think I spent $109 on it from a seller. He still has a bunch of them, and it came to me pretty quickly, which I was shocked on too. This thing also comes with, which I don't have on me because this car does not come with it. It has a TPMS adjuster. I would assume it's an adjuster. I've never used one before. But you put you get into the cars that have the TPMS, and you put it in learning mode and then use it to, I'm assuming, to read it or to relearn, let the car relearn the monitoring system for the tires. I'm not sure. I haven't done a full research on that yet, but this was my main goal. I mean, on New Year's Eve, I'm not usually out doing this on my car, but I had to do it. As you can tell, it gives me a code, P0118, ECT sensor circuit high input. So I know what that code is for. It also has here, onboard diagnostic system readiness test not complete. And the last one is TP sensor out of self-test range. So I already know my throttle positioning sensor isn't very good. The connector from the main harness had broken, so it's just kind of sitting inside the throttle positioning sensor. If I remove it, it knocks everything out of whack. Between that and my IAC, I just recently had the issue with the IAC, so I will have to change it. You can erase all your codes. You can review everything, anything that you kept saved, but it's not something that you would have to keep. You can always write it down, but what I do like is that this stuff will save it. So when you plug it into your computer, you would have this. Obviously will go to your OBD2 port, and on the bottom here you have the USB adapter right there, which will plug into your computer, and in here is where your SD card will go. It's a micro SD, and you put that in. It does come with this to plug into your computer. This thing here is very nice. The only thing you have to do is plug the scanner into the computer. You have to download the programs that you need to download to. There will be another video on that. You can find a bunch of those online as well. That was the other thing that kind of made me not want to get it, is people were complaining on how this scanner, they couldn't get the system to actually upgrade. They couldn't get it to talk to the computer. It wouldn't do anything. I had no issues at all. The book isn't too clear. The instructions aren't too clear on what you need to do to get this thing to actually work. But it is kind of self-explanatory. It does ask for a serial number. The unfortunate part is when you put the serial number in, if you don't plug this in and do an upgrade on language, it does come up in Chinese, or I would assume would be Chinese. So you need to plug this in, do the upgrade first for the new version, and once you do that, then you can download everything you got to download into here for the vehicles. Because without this plugged in and that up to date, you're not going to get it. And it's very, very simple. Again, that'll be another video that will come in shortly. But if you need to, if you do have one and I don't have a video up, you can find it on YouTube. I'm sure there's a video of somebody that does it. But again, this system is very good. The one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to go with anything bigger than a 64 gigabyte SD card. I put in a 128 thinking, okay, maybe I could put that in and it should be okay. It doesn't tell you in the book what size the SD card is. At least I didn't see it. So when I put it in, it didn't work. I just happily said, let me load it on both cards. I loaded it on my 64, put the 64 in, and everything was there. All my vehicles, everything I needed. My language, you can set this for different languages. You can set it for English, German, Italian, Chinese traditional, which I don't see a lot of scanners do that. A lot of them don't do a Chinese traditional or Chinese. They just do one. But the languages on it are endless. So anybody can use it. If you're not in the States and you want to use this, or if you just want to read through your language, you can do that. You can have this set to pick up all the languages. So this way you can say, okay, if you have multiple people working in a shop and you have this and they're not good in, let's say, reading English, or they just feel more comfortable reading in their own language, you have this be set for it. This, again, I recommend this to anybody who's got a small business. This doesn't do everything that a $1,000 machine will do, a $5,000 machine will do, but it's going to get you through what you need for the time being. If you're a small business owner as myself, all I do is sell auto parts and accessories. I do some mechanic work, which is the reason why I picked this up. But anybody who has a shop, this system would be a decent system to have. If you have a small little shop just looking to find out what trouble codes are coming up, what you need to change. Eventually I will get one that has the option to read any transmission codes. Obviously I don't think I'd be able to run that in this car, due to the fact that I don't have a lot of sensors on transmission. My car is a stick shift. I do run a 5-speed. I don't despise automatics. I just feel that I think some cars should just be a manual transmission, and this is one of them. But honestly, if you have a car that has a automatic transmission, manual transmission, it doesn't matter. As long as it's got an engine, this thing is going to be perfect for you. Again, I'm not sponsored by this company. They're not sponsoring me at all. I just wanted to do a video on it to show everybody that it does work. If you have any type of issues, any frustrations on it, you can go right to the launch website and you can contact customer service, and I'm sure that they can help you with anything you need. Again, you could probably go online and find out a bunch of things on it. But when I opened up the box, it was brand new in a box. I took it out. I uploaded everything I needed to upload on here. I did the upgrade version to it. Came down to my car and just plugged it in. I just wanted to see what it would read, what it would do, and it did more than what I thought it was going to do for me. Like I said, my other computer that I have, yes, it reads temperature, it reads throttle position, but it doesn't give anything to what this will do. This thing will actually go a little deeper. So I can run both of them if I need to. If I need to get a certain sensor, or I need a certain position that I need on the car, I would probably run that one, due to the fact that it could pick up more sensors than this can. But with this one here, everything that I have on the other computer, it can pretty much do. I don't use the other computer for anything else but a just in case. So this is a perfect thing for you to have if you want something to give someone as a gift, even if it's for a birthday or something. I know Christmas is already over, but if you're looking for a late Christmas gift or something, the C Reader Professional CRP123 from launch is a good thing for a small business owner, somebody who does not want to be taken by a mechanic. You know, you go into a mechanic shop, they're going to run a scan on your car, tell you, oh yeah, you know, we had to run a $300 scan on your car and you need, you know, 12 sensors because that's what your car has, and all of them are bad, and you not knowing what your car actually has, get one of these. I would get either this one or any anything that reads DTC codes, anything that reads direct trouble codes, get them. They have ones that you can plug in Bluetooth for your phone. You can get those just so you're not taken by a mechanic. If you find a good mechanic, I have somebody who I do take my car to. Like I said, I do a lot of work on my own, but I do have a mechanic that I do take my car to, and he is a phenomenal mechanic. He's a great guy, and he's not a guy that beats around the bush. He will tell you straight out what the issue is, what the problem is, and if your car needs to go to a junkyard, he's going to tell you take it to a junkyard. It's not worth fixing. What you do from there is your thing. If you're in the Brooklyn area and you need someone who can work on your vehicles, I would definitely take it to a mechanic shop. The gentleman's name is Joe. His staff there is phenomenal. His other mechanic that is there, Andre, wonderful guy, and their office personnel, she is phenomenal herself. She's another one who's not a beat around the bush person. And the name of the shop is Total Performance, and they are a great shop to go to. I take my car to them as much as I can. Like I said, I don't have a shop, so anything I do on the car, I have to work on in the street. So anything I got to do underneath the car, or if it's a big under the hood job, I don't do it. I take it to them. He gets it done, and most of the time, if it's not that big, you could drop the car off, and by the end of the day, the car is done. You can pick it back up the same day or the next day. If the parts come in and he can get it done, the car can be done that day. He's a great shop to go to. He's been in business for about 30 years now, maybe a little over 30 years. And I'm just glad that when COVID came around, it didn't affect him like it did a lot of other shops. A lot of good mechanics that I know went out of business because of it, and I'm glad he didn't, because I don't think I'd be able to take my car to a shop. So again, Total Performance is a place you'd want to check out if you're in the Brooklyn area. They are located in the Borough Park area of Brooklyn on 14th Avenue between 63rd Street and 64th Street, in the middle of the block. So they will answer all your questions. They'll check your car out if you need it checked out. If you don't want the work done, he won't do the work. If you want the work done, he'll do the work. He'll check it, call you, tell you what needs to be done. If you want it done, there you go. Again, I'm not sponsored by them either. I just like to help a lot of mechanic shops that would help everybody in the neighborhood. So yeah, but get yourself one of these. Get yourself one of these. These would be great. He's not somebody who would steer you wrong on scanning, but get one of these anyway. This way you feel more comfortable when you go in. And if you're somebody who wants to buy parts yourself, you can buy parts yourself and bring it to him. He'll put them in. He's just not going to warranty. He'll only warranty what he does. He's not going to warranty the part. You know, whatever the parts warranty comes with, it'll come. But he won't warranty what is going in. He'll just warranty whatever he needs to, due to the fact that you had bought your own parts. But if you need to buy any parts, you can always contact me. My name is Christopher. My company's name is Triforce Auto Parts and Accessories. My phone number is 631-720-3410. I can get you just about anything you need, from a local shop to Performance. If you want something that you can't find, if you need something you can't find, and you want something that might be a little hard to find, let me know. I can always find something. I could try to get something for you, and if I can't get it, I will have no problem letting you know and going someplace, maybe to a shop, and seeing what they can get. as for that, this is what my company does. Again, I'm a small business owner. I'm the only one that runs the company. So if I do not answer the phone, please don't think that I'm trying to ignore the phone call. Just leave a message with your name, phone number, year, make, and model of your vehicle. If you remember the VIN number, that would be ideal. So if I do need a part, or if you want me to look up a certain part, a VIN number would be great. That will give me a direct hit. There are a lot of cars that, if you have a 2015 Chevy Impala, do you have a base edition? Do you have a limited? Is, police sedan? That's something that a VIN number would definitely help on. Just like with the Hondas. I have a customer who has a 2017 Honda Accord Hybrid, but without the VIN number, a lot of the parts that he had gotten would have been no good. So that would be great. A part name would be awesome to know, but just if anything, give me a call. Again, if I don't answer the phone, please leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as I'm back in the office, or if I'm doing a job, as soon as I'm done working on that job. My number again is 631-720-3410. My website is www.triforceautoparts.com. I have a couple of items on there that are for sale. I do have another website. It's a little longer, but on that website, you can talk to me through GoDaddy Conversations. You can set appointments. I do have services on there. I don't go too far, so any services that are needed, I try not to travel out of the Brooklyn area if it's possible. I try to stay in the Brooklyn area as much as possible. And if I have to, I'll go into Queens or to the Bronx if it's an emergency. If it's something that needs to be worked on, the car needs to be worked on, I won't be able to do it due to the fact that I won't have all my tools. So just keep that in mind. As for shipping, I personally don't keep stock on hand. Everything I order is going to be online, or I can get from local distributors. I usually don't ship parts. I can deliver them depending on where we are, but if anything needs to be ordered online, those parts will get ordered and get sent directly to you, so you yourself don't have to worry about ordering it. I can just order it, let you know how much it's going to be. You can give me, we can set up the information for your shipping address so it can be shipped to you, and you can do it from there. So at least you'll have a peace of mind in where your parts are going to be shipped from. And I do that because if I have to get the parts to me, then I have to ship them back out, and it's not something that I want to do. I don't want to have you pay a double shipping, because if I have to get the part shipped to me, it means I have to pay shipping, which means I'm going to charge you shipping, and then I'm going to have to charge another shipping fee to you, and I don't want you to have to pay a double shipping fee. The parts are expensive enough, so we'll just pay for everything in one shot and have the parts directly shipped to you. If there's any problems with the parts, you can always let me know, but those parts you can always send those parts back. Contact the customer service care of those items, and you can have that sent that way. So just make sure you have all the information when you call me, if you call me, and we can go from there. Again, please get yourself one of these to save some time. It'll be a whole lot better, especially if you're somebody who doesn't know what's wrong. Your car is running rough. Something is wrong with a sensor. You're hearing something wrong. Hearing it is one thing, but I need to know what code it is. So if you have one of these, you can give me code information, tell me you ran the diagnostic code and it came up P0340. I can tell you exactly what that is, or you can even look it up if you'd like for your year, make, and model of your car. Find out what it is and let me know. That will narrow it down for me, so I know what I have to look for, so I can give you the proper information. Anything that will make my life easier makes your life easier, and that's the way we all need to be. In this day and age, the way this world is, we all need to help each other. So get yourself one of these to help yourself, help out anybody who's ordering parts for you, help out the mechanic, you know, this way, in a way, he doesn't have to run a diagnostic scan. Then you already did it, you know the code, you can tell him what's wrong and he can put it up. He might run one anyway just to make sure, but it's not going to be a huge fee. Just run one to find out, then tell you. So just get yourself a code reader. Anyone, doesn't have to be this one, but this one I particularly recommend, especially if you have a newer vehicle. And run this, let this do its job, and then contact either your mechanic, let him do the work, get the parts, do the work, or contact me if you want parts from me, and take to your shop. Or if you just want something and you do the work yourself and you just want to order the parts and have it shipped to you, and you do the work yourself, that would be great. You know, a lot of people don't have time to sit in front of a computer and do research, try to find a part, the right price. I do that for you. That's my goal. My goal is to take a part that's, you know, something like this here, and if you're going to pay $50 for an analog temperature gauge, you know, but I can get it for you for $25, you know, I just saved you some money. That's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to save everybody a little bit. Every little bit helps, and a lot of these companies, they charge a lot of money and then they charge shipping on top of it. So at least if you can get the item a little cheaper and then you pay the shipping, it's not so bad. So, but yes, that's one of my goals that I like to do. So again, give me a call if you have any questions. Phone number is 631-720-3410. My name again is Christopher. My company is Triforce Auto Parts and Accessories. And with that, I will say have a great night and Happy New Year.